Hey, welcome everybody to this video with my top tips to manage anxiety. We are going to go through the A, B, C, D and E. So I put it in this format so it's going to be easy for you to remember. So if you're watching this video, do drop me a comment. I would love for you to like this video. That's going to really help my channel and my very small business. I would much appreciate it if you've got value from this. Then also hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything. And what it does is it helps boost the channel so that more people get to see this content. I am all about finding your inner sparkle, finding your happiness, your joy, your bliss. But first of all, we've got to get you from that place of anxiety and worry and overwhelm, kind of at the bottom of the emotional scale and the ladder, if you like. So here today, I'm going to go through these top tips with you. So A, if you're writing these down, get your pen ready. A is for two things. It's for awareness and acceptance. We can't hope to change anything unless we're aware of it. So first of all comes awareness. Now you might think, of course I'm aware that I'm anxious. It annoys me. I feel it all the time. Try and push it away. So this is a double whammy because it's being aware of it and accepting it. And somebody asked me the other day, like, how do I accept it? Tell me. You just start to practice. There's nobody can come into your body, into your mind and do this for you. You've got to try and practice. So awareness first, feel it. How does it feel for you in your body? Rather than pushing it away, start to be curious about it. Like, oh, so I'm feeling it today in my chest. I'm feeling it in my tummy. I usually feel it in my hands, but they're not feeling it today. Just get curious with this objective kind of curiosity. You can practice the skill of this by practicing meditation. Meditation is king of tools and techniques to help when it comes to strengthening your mind and training yourself to be able to control, for want of a better word, what's going on in your mind rather than just be at the mercy of it. So practice your meditation. Practice finding that awareness as soon as you notice that feeling of anxiety bubbling up. Tune into where you feel it, be aware of it, and then just say to yourself, like, I completely accept, I still love myself. I love and accept myself despite this feeling of anxiety. That's a kind of phrase that they use in tapping as well, this EFT tapping. So you could say, even though I am feeling anxiety in my body right now, I completely love and accept myself. So it's not like you're increasing the anxiety, which is what tends to happen as soon as we go, oh God, no, I don't want it. I don't like it. We then start having anxiety about the anxiety. Like, who can relate to that? So we want to just be at peace with it, as if, imagine you've got a part of your body, a part of your facial features or your body that you don't really quite like, and you want to learn to accept it and love yourself as a whole. This is part of you. It's part of what makes you who you are. It's a little quirk of your personality. It took a long time to develop, so it's not going to change overnight. So this first part is really important. D is for being present. We've got to be present more. What you will find if you go through this and you're like, okay, I woke up this morning, I've got this knot in my tummy, I'm feeling my breathing's a little bit shallow, like I feel the anxiety here, and here. You come to your B, you come to be present, and you're like, I wasn't present. If you're true to yourself and you really check in where you were in your mind, you were probably thinking about something that's going to happen in the future. Even if you're not fully aware of it, get awareness, because if you really check in and be honest with yourself, you were probably thinking about something that's going to happen, or going over something that's in the past. If you really and truly come to the present moment, as Eckhart Tolle teaches us, the power of now, there's probably no problem right now. If you're in bed and you've just woke up and you're not really going, oh, I've got this and this to do later today. If you're like, right, well, right now, I'm warm, I'm snuggly, I can feel my duvet, my comfy pillow. Actually, I feel brilliant. I'm so grateful to be in this bed. Like, there's so many people that don't have that. I'm so grateful that I know that when I go downstairs, I'm going to be able to, like, fix myself a cup of tea or coffee. I'm going to be able to get myself some breakfast, whatever it is. This moment now, have you got a problem right now? If not, then the anxiety doesn't need to be increased. It can be calmed down because right now we're okay. C is for control. So what tends to happen is most of what we worry about is outside of our control, and it may or may not happen anyway. So again, if you're thinking about things that are in the future, or you're thinking about something that's outside of your control, that will be increasing your anxiety for no reason at all. There's literally there's no payback, there's no like point to it. You're not going to achieve anything by just worrying and worrying and worrying if you check in and what you're thinking about is outside of your control. I've got something happening at the moment in my family, and I'm not ready to share, but it is really, it's making me very, very sad. And it's okay to be sad and to feel those feelings. Again, acceptance, awareness, it's the same thing. But there's no point in me trying to go over and over and over it in my mind, trying to find a solution, because for this thing, there isn't anything I can do. There is no solution. I can only offer comfort to those that are affected, and, wrap my arms around those people and let it be. I can't do anything to change it. So the more that you can let go of that steering wheel that you're gripping onto, thinking, if I can just change the outcome of this, I would be happy and everything would be okay. Let it go. Come back to the present moment. Let it go. D is for deep breaths. So if you're going through this process, we're waking up in the morning, we're checking in, we're feeling into it, we're being present, bringing our mind back, we're letting go of control, things that we don't have control over, that we can't change. Now we can just take a few deep breaths. So you can do this. There's so many different breath practices that you can do. Absolutely loads. So you can choose something that is calming if you are feeling your anxiety levels are quite high. So a calming breath would be to extend your exhalation. Always, if the exhalation is longer than the inhalation, you'll be working on calming, tuning into that parasympathetic nervous system, that rest and digest response pattern. So breathing in for a count of 4, out for 6, something like that. Doing that for like 10, 12 rounds, just count the rounds and just say to yourself, get up when I've done my breathing. So deep breaths is for D. E is for replacing what if with even if. This is super, super powerful. So if you're somebody that is, again, you're going over things, you're like, oh, I've got this later today, and what if? I shared something the other day about me planning a trip to Liverpool with my mom and my cousin. We were going to see a show. What would normally happen would be my brain, my mind would go off on one thinking about, what if this happens? What if the trains don't go? When we woke up on the morning of the event, of the day, it was absolutely chucking down with snow. We don't hardly ever get snow here. Who would have thought it? But I still, even though we were on that day, I still wouldn't let my mind start going, what if, what if, what if? Because if you change it to even if, it's super powerful. What if the train strikes? What if there's a train cancelled? Even if the train is cancelled, I'll be okay. So even if it's cancelled, I could find another way of getting there. Or, what if we can't get there? Even if we can't get there, even if the show gets cancelled, we'll probably get our money back. We'll go another day. What if we don't get our money back? Even if we don't, well, we're not going to die just because of that. We'll be okay. It'll be disappointing and a little bit sad, but I'll survive. So can you see the difference in that empowerment? Swapping out what if for even if thoughts is going to change your life. So I hope you've enjoyed these tips. I'm going to pull a card in a moment, and I've just noticed the time was 1111, which is amazing. Angel numbers. I'm going to pull a colour card for us. So whenever you're watching this is going to be your colour, your card to work with for the next 7 days. That is my wish for you to help you to tap in, to tune in to your inner sparkle and to live your life from a place of fearlessness, from peace, from joy, from love. So tune in with me and we'll see what color we are going to get. And if you have watched this all the way to the end, because I know people's attention spans these days are like, if you don't grab people with a bit of clickbait or something in the beginning, they zap off your video. It's getting increasingly difficult. But you know, it is what it is. So if you have watched this to the end, thank you so much. I value your time. Once I pull this card, if you pop the name of the color in the comments, we can see who's watched to the end, and I will comment back to you. I'll be super grateful to you for watching to the end, and you are going to get the colour to work with this week. What is it going to be? Oh, we've had this before when I've done this in my Facebook group. It's a really nice card. Amber. Can you see? So this is, you can get amber stones. If you've got an amber stone, let me know. This is all about awakening your creativity. Awaken your creativity. It's a fantastic color for increasing your creativity and strengthening your manifestation abilities. It generates deeper bonds in relationships and teaches you how to give and receive affection. Warmth, optimism, courage, and spontaneity are among Amber's gifts. Wear amber to awaken your creative talents and abilities. So you could hold a piece of amber or wear an amber pendant to remind you of your fun, creative, uninhibited self. I keep meaning to get myself an amber pendant, so for whenever I pull this card. So if anybody knows of any really good people that can source that for me, let me know. Think of 5 adventurous things you would love to do and pick the one that appeals to you the most and do it today, or maybe this week over the next 7 days. So it could be something like just singing, like letting your hair down, dancing around your house. It could be a piece of creative writing, painting, drawing, sculpting, craft, like working with textiles, whatever you like to do. Just going outside and having fun, putting your wellies on and jumping in puddles, being childlike and joyous. Say to yourself, infinite intelligence, awaken my creative talents and abilities, freeing me to participate in amazing and fun experiences. So these are from Ina Segal's The Secret Language of Colour cards, which I love. That's your colour for this week, amber. Let me know, type it in the comments. Type amber if you've watched to the end. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, drop me a comment, follow along for more. I'm going to be releasing a video every Friday around 11 a.m. UK time. So please do come back and join me next week. Thank you so much. Have a lovely weekend and week ahead, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.